wow, I'm live. Finally worked. Is anyone there? Not sure if anyone is there. I've been trying to set this up for the last hour. I think it's been longer than that, and it wasn't working, so I was really surprised when it finally said that I was live. I didn't think it would actually work. Okay, so I have no idea how this works. Someone just said hello to me. Hi, back at you, Lauren. And another person is there. Yay. Okay, it's working. All righty. So basically, this is a Q&A session. I hope to start doing these in the future, impromptu, with no prior scheduling. So they'll just kind of show up whenever I sort of have the time. I have a really busy schedule, so it's kind of hard to plan in advance. But I'd like to answer your questions and be there for you. And wow, there's a lot of you watching. This is really exciting. Okay, so wow, people are already asking questions. I actually brought questions with me in case no one showed up, but apparently there are already people here. Okay, this is pretty exciting. I'm pretty actually overwhelmed too. I do want to give another announcement. I did record a portion of my first ebook, How to Get Your Ex Back in 25 Days. I am recording it for audio, so I will be releasing an audio version of that soon, and that's really exciting. I recorded for a while this morning. My voice ended up getting hoarse, so I had to stop, but I should have that available within the next week or so. So that's pretty exciting, and I'm looking forward to answering your questions. So I guess let's just get on with it, and we'll see how long I can go for. I might even come back later today. Who knows when I'll come back, whenever I feel like making contact, answer your questions. This is a free opportunity to get advice from me. So let's start. Okay. So let's see if I can see a nice question. First of all, I'm going to respond. Let's see how this works. Thank you for coming. Okay, but I'm not really sure why I would respond because I can just kind of talk here. Everyone can hear me, I'm assuming. Okay, so we've got a question here. It says, I have tried everything, but I can't attract communication from my specific person. What am I doing wrong? All right, so when you have tried everything, what you basically want to do is you want to stop trying. You do not want to try anymore. A lot of times you can get into this rut of doing too many techniques, and I see this happen a lot. You end up doing so many techniques that you end up staying stuck in sort of the asking mode, and you need to get in the receiving mode. So basically, one of the best things you're going to want to do is kind of just stop. Stop it all and go out and live your life. That is going to be the thing that's going to cause a breakthrough. That is going to be the thing that is going to allow you to finally get this communication that you so obviously want. Communication is not a crazy thing. I mean, people communicate all the time. So there is no reason why your person cannot communicate with you. So what you basically want to do is just let it happen. I mean, a watched pot never boils. So you want to get into this idea of just allowing it to come into your life. Before I answer the next question, let's try to adjust the light a little bit. I know it's kind of dim in here. Let's see if you can see me a little bit better. I'll have to try a better setup next time. The lighting is not the best, but like I said, I really didn't expect it to go live. So I really did not expect it to actually work. Okay, let's take another question. How do we radiate love out to our specific person? Well, I think it's really all in how you, when you imagine them, how you feel about it. For example, a lot of people who are trying to attract a specific person have a lot of baggage attached to the situation. So what happens is when you think about them, you also end up thinking about all of these obstacles, all of these things that they've done wrong, all of the sort of frustrations. If you want to radiate love to them, I would suggest to just happily daydream on the idea of them without any attachments whatsoever. So basically, you are saying, I love the idea of you so much that it's almost like I don't even need the physical result. And that is really when things are going to come together. I mean, that is sending love from its purest standpoint because you're completely unattached. And that is the very thing that is going to get results. How to change your inner self. How do you do this? Really think changing your inner self is all about committing to new results. You think about it, your inner self is formed through repetition, it's formed through habits, it's formed through beliefs. A lot of the times it's formed through childhood beliefs. So, looking at the adults around you, that's where you get your information from, sort of observing what they're doing, um, sort of picking up on their fears, their beliefs, their ideas about the world. You want to change your inner self. You're going to want to feed it new beliefs that are empowering, that are wonderful. And it's really just like learning a new habit. It's really like practicing a new skill. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Don't get frustrated because it hasn't happened yet. And I think all you really need to do is be persistent with it and be patient with yourself. Don't expect it to happen all in one push. Okay, let's see. Manifesting a car. I am attracting a Porsche. Awesome. Any tips? In manifesting a car, I really think just imagine yourself capable of having such a vehicle. It's great to imagine yourself driving it, but also see it as possible to actually be able to acquire this. I think, a lot of times in attracting things, especially that are expensive, it can feel like lies. And you never want it to feel like a lie. You always want it to feel like a gentle suggestion. So remind yourself that there are a ton of people that own Porsches, that they all somehow manifested one. So why are you any different? So just try to remember that people buy them all the time. So who knows how you'll acquire one, but that it's absolutely possible. And keep pushing ahead and keep pushing towards the idea of deserving it. And also imagine how you would care for such a vehicle. Obviously, you'd want to take care of it. You'd want to store it in a really nice garage. So make sure you have room for it. Okay, Team Amsterdam, that's exciting. Hi. How to attract a person back who we used to talk with. Okay, so this is interesting because if you used to talk with them, then you know that you've already basically know how to attract talking with them because you did it once before. So kind of getting into the mindset of what it was like to experience those things before. It's really no different. Experiencing it now doesn't have to be racked with obstacles. It can be as simple and as basic as when you did it before. When you did it before, you probably did it really unconsciously. It just kind of came to you. So get in more of that lighthearted energy. I can't stress that enough. Lighthearted energy really attracts everything. It is your key towards manifesting success in every single area of your life. So the more carefree and the more free flowing that you can be with things, the easier they can come. Okay, I need a pause to have something to drink, and we'll see how long I can go for. And I'll probably come back later today. Who knows? I do plan on doing this often though, because it is fun to be able to answer questions on the spot for free. This is sort of like my free coaching. I do offer coaching on my website. If you do like what I have to say and you do want one-on-one coaching, do go there, VeronicaIsles.com. I am offering Halloween sales right now. Prices are slashed. So we'll continue in just a moment. I am thirsty. Okay. So, how to let go of attachment to our specific person. Letting go of attachment is really seeing your specific person as someone who is average and ordinary. And I know a lot of you like to pump up your specific person as if they are the most important person in the entire world. Like they are sort of the answer to your prayers in a sense. They're sort of the answer to your happiness. And the moment that you can sort of take them off of that pedestal will be the moment that you can completely unattach yourself from the situation. Becoming detached isn't about saying to yourself, well, I'm okay if this didn't happen. Really, all it's doing is allowing you to not be attached to them in the way of them being the source of your happiness, being the source of your world, being the source of everything you think about. If you can mostly focus on you and just enjoy the idea of them, that is when you become unattached. And it really is as simple as that. Someone just said never attract X. Okay. To each his own. Everybody has their own opinion. Joseph Williams has a question. Okay, I got a question. Miss Veronica. I'm married and my wife left for a short time. Sorry to hear that. Because, anyways, the only thing now is her mom honestly doesn't want her with me. Okay, this is an interesting question because I know a lot of you feel like there are other forces in the world trying to keep your relationship from happening. For example, he is mentioning her mom is sort of a strong force in the opposite direction and what to do about this. Well, basically, you have to understand that no one has power over your life or power to take things away from you. I think a lot of times when things are going really well in a relationship, we start looking around for things that are going to tear it apart. It doesn't have to tear apart. No one has the power to mess things up for you or to influence your person to not want to be with you. Try to feel like everything is on your side as opposed to feeling like things are against you or working against you. Any tips on getting rid of health issues? I keep going from one issue to another, and it's been months, and I haven't been able to get rid of anything. Okay, health issues. You do have to be patient with yourself because it is your physical body. And I do think that your physical body is responding to the thoughts you think about it, your judgments about it, what you feel it's capable of. And if you want to change your health for the better, you absolutely can because your body is constantly responding to you. But again, results do not happen overnight. So you need to be patient. You need to love your body. You need to love yourself. You need to appreciate that your body is sort of the vessel that you get to experience life in. So it's pretty special. It's pretty important. The more that you can love your body, the more it can respond to you. At least that's how it's always been in my life. I've dealt with health issues before in the past. I'm dealing with some health issues now. But I think that we can best overcome them when we see it possible and we sort of work on the same team as our body instead of feeling like our body is working against us. Can our ex love us again? Of course, why not? They loved you once before. Why can't they love you again? And what should we do if we feel as if nothing can be fixed after we have tried for so long? Okay, this is similar to the very first question that I answered. You got to stop trying. If you are trying and trying and trying and getting nowhere, you need to start living. And I know so many of you are afraid to just start living because you think that the universe is just going to forget that you want this and that you have to stay in a state of asking forever. But the second you start living and moving ahead, which is not moving away from this person, it is moving ahead towards an area, towards a way of receiving the results. So you're no longer stuck in the state of asking. You are moving ahead to a place where the result can actually happen and come to be. How to get married this year? Well, I think that you have to sort of walk the walk, talk the talk. See yourself as capable of having marriage. See yourself as a married person. See yourself as taken. See yourself as being confident, like I deserve to have people congratulate me on my happy union. That sort of thing. How can we remove a third party? Well, you remove a third party by focusing on you and the person you want to be with, not on the third party. I don't actually believe in doing a meditation or a visualization to remove something, because when you are focusing on the idea of removing it, basically what you're doing is you're admitting to it being a problem in your life because you're trying to take it away. I think that just focuses on energy in the wrong direction. It's like you're giving it power. You're allowing it to remain in your life by recognizing it's there. I would instead focus on the things that can make your life strong, which is the relationship you want to have with your special person. And give that strength, give that power, and then by default, the third party just kind of goes away. At least in my experience, that has always been most successful. I mean, I know other people have different views on that than me, but that is my particular view on this subject. Jasper, please tell me about signs from the universe to see if you are on track. Now, signs are an interesting thing. In fact, I did a video on signs. I think signs are always interpretive. For example, you could see a cardinal. Cardinal has a specific meaning to me, so it would be my sign for a particular reason. Now, a cardinal could be a sign to someone else that means something completely different. So signs are interpretive, and your interpretation is right. Now, I do think that signs can be gentle nudges from the universe. I do not think they mean you are closer. I think they are just kind of nudges to keep you encouraged and to keep you going in positive energy on the right track. I do not think that it is an indication that you are closer because I've manifested plenty of things that haven't had any signs at all. And I've manifested things that have had a lot of signs right before it happens. I don't think that there's any correlation between signs and being close. Now, I think a lot of times people get this idea that signs mean you're super close, and then they get addicted to signs, and then all they're doing is looking for signs as a source of validation, when really they just need to be looking within themselves for that inner confidence, which is all the validation that you need. But signs can be awesome. They can be fun. They can give you a great feeling of alignment, but definitely don't get addicted to them. And I do not think that they mean that you're closer or further away. For example, if you're not seeing signs, it does not mean you are on the wrong track at all. How do you get the one you love back when their 19-year-old son told his dad something, I don't know what, but whatever it was, it came between us? Okay, this is similar to the other question that was asked about sort of people coming in the way of your relationship. I would not focus on what this 19-year-old told his dad. Definitely, you don't want to focus on that. Instead, you want to focus on the strength of your relationship or the potential of what it can be again. When you're trying to attract someone back, you know that it's possible because you were with them before. You want to get into that energy of what it is like to be together again, and what it is like to be happy and have it be simple and easy. Hey, Veronica, I got a question. I am an artist, but people don't buy my art. But they do recreate it and people are interested. I feel like something is blocking me. Okay, so in terms of dealing with blockages, I always think that when you say you have a blockage that you need to work through, you only persist in having that blockage because it's like you're saying, I'm needing to be fixed, I am broken. So you kind of want to see yourself as fixed already and working towards healing, even if you think you have a blockage. Now, in terms of having people pay you money for your artwork, of course, you are meant to be compensated for your creativity. I think that that is the best form of employment, is to be able to do something that you love and that you feel creative about and that people can support you to make a living at. And I think feeling that you are worth having the money come to you instead of people ripping off your ideas, that's really no good. Also work on your ideas of fairness. A lot of times these sort of issues have underlying meanings and core beliefs, and you might want to work on the idea of feeling like life can be fair to you instead of this idea of being unfair, like someone else is getting the benefit that you should be getting. So this idea that someone else has something that should be yours. So this idea of fairness. How to start living. Can you please give an example? How to start living? Well, what do you like to do? Well, if you think about the perfect day, what are activities that you like to do? Not activities you want to do with a person, a companion, but what about you doing things? Like, what makes you happy? What are your hobbies? What is your sense of joy? What kind of food do you like to eat? Where do you like to walk? Do you like to watch television, go to the movies, go to the theater, go to concerts? There's all different sorts of things that can make you happy and have you start living. But living is really about your needs being put first, not thinking, well, my specific person likes to do this, so I'm going to do this too. Instead of saying, what do I like to do? I'm important, me. Okay, wow. There are a lot of questions. I think I'm probably go up until about 21 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. We'll see how long I can do this because I do have emails I still have to respond to. So if you are waiting for an email from me today, it is coming, I promise. And I will try to come online again soon to do this. And again, I'm not gonna announce it in advance. So you just gotta kind of watch for it. And that'll be the fun of these impromptu meetings. Okay, so every day I think too much about what makes me upset. I'm sorry to hear that, but I can't stop feeling so depressed. The morning, panic attacks in the morning, what to do? Okay, if you are feeling really upset and really depressed, you do need to find an outlet to try to work towards some healing. I would try to do things that make you feel relaxed. Try to do things that make you feel productive. And if you are honestly in a depressed state, I would actually suggest trying to talk to someone in person, like a therapist or a counselor of sorts, because I think that they can honestly help. Sometimes, in terms of depression, you need some medication to kind of help you get to a better place, and that's completely okay. Like, don't think that accepting medication to help with depression would be like a failure in any way, because it's not. You want to put yourself first. You want to focus on self-love. And I think that is what ends up making the depression go away. But no one should live like that. No one should have panic attacks in the morning. So definitely don't push these thoughts and feelings aside and say, well, if I'm happy, it'll make it go away, because it never does. It just kind of hides it. You don't want to hide that. How to attract an improved relationship with an ex-boyfriend who, after 3 years, said he doesn't love me. He's not actually sure that he ever loved me. Well, I am sorry to hear that. I think an improved relationship, honestly, in this sort of situation, you need to focus on what it is like to have someone be madly in love with you, not just in love with you, but crazy, madly, head over heels in love with you, where they cannot get enough of you. That is what you're going to want to focus on. And I think that it's less about this person. I mean, it's clear who you want to get back in a relationship with, but I think it's more about you and your feelings of worth and your feelings of being loved. If you remember in your mind what it was like to be in this relationship, obviously you loved this person. Try to feel like they also loved you. That love can exist somewhere. And I feel like we sort of set expectations as to what is possible in terms of being loved. And if you can finally see yourself as capable of being loved, that is when it will finally come through. Okay, one more question. Sue 101 gets it. How can you get your specific person back after you broke up with him due to bad thoughts? Well, it's simple. You change your thoughts. If the bad thoughts created the breakup, then good thoughts can create something new. I think nothing is permanent. Everything is in constant change, and you are always in control of what you are thinking about. So it's really your choice where to place your focus. If you would like to get back together, I would strongly suggest mostly focusing on you and your ability to feel worth being in a reconciled relationship, new improved situation, and to allow it to be wonderful and beautiful in every possible way. All right, I think we are going to close up for now. I am Veronica. If you do want to email me, VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. My website is VeronicaIsles.com. And you can find all of my ebooks there. Like I said, I've got a new MP3 coming for my very, very first ebook. It will be an audio version of me reading the book aloud. You can listen to it in the car. You can listen to it anywhere. And it will be in my voice. So I hope that this was successful. I hope everybody liked this. I had fun doing it. I'm glad I finally got Google Chrome to work. And I look forward to doing more of these. And I hope you have a wonderful day.